Well, Tim, we are here to talk about Austin Pictures, and Austin Pictures is a new project of the Austin Classical Guitar Society we're presenting coming up on October 1st. And this is not the first time that you all at the Alamo Drafthouse have helped us out with some big projects, but we are so grateful to you for coming out and helping us with the audio, visual, and film component of this project. How much do you know about Austin Pictures? Have you heard about what all the pieces are?
Well, I've heard a few things only from our conversations, initial conversations about it. But it sounds like yet again another very broadly arching, massive project that I have no idea how you find the time for.
You know, it's one of those things. I think I always wanted to do something with visual art and with music, and this opportunity came along to put together an amazing piece of music, which is Pictures at an Exhibition, which describes 10 paintings, and put that together with some visual artists to paint those paintings. And then I was imagining, okay, well, we're going to have a bunch of people in a hall watching this incredible piece of music played by Jorge Caballero, who I just think is one of the great guitar players of the world, and we're going to have paintings. And the paintings are going to be, you know, out in the lobby or somewhere displayed, but that's not going to have the impact that we need. And of course, the impact that we need is through film. But all of these elements that have come together for the AV parts of this evening and the art part and the music part all sort of resonate with me as ways we're trying to get the creative community engaged here in Austin. And I can't think of anyone who's done that as well as you have. I mean, frankly, you and the Alamo Drafthouse have been incredible inspirations to me, and I know to many others. And I was wondering if you would tell me just a little bit about some of the creative process, your creative process.
Well, I think it starts way back when, I suppose, where before I even opened the theater, I got an art degree out of Rice University. I think I had some leanings towards creative efforts for a long time, and when we opened the theater, we used the theater as a means to express those personally. But then, as I got drawn to other aspects of the business, I wanted to bring more creative people into the fold. So now we have a pretty robust creative office, that's actually what we call it, for the Austin market. There's about 5 or 6 people that program, that think of new ideas and new collaborations, and then we also have another office at the corporate level that does pretty much the same thing, but also farms that out to the other locations.
Incredible, and the collaborations is a key part of that too. I mean, I'm struck, I think you call them signature events here in town. There's a lot of different kinds of signature events that the Alamo produces. I know I'm a huge fan of Cinema Club. We go to almost every single one, and that's an opportunity to see historic films or maybe some underutilized films. Some are well known, some are not, some have even been restored. But then the folks that host it bring out guests that are experts in that area. And I think one of our favorites is Master Pancake Theater.
Sure.
You know, these guys are just so super creative, and they're heckling and running these comedy routines surrounding, you know, films, and that's incredibly popular as well. So do people come to you with ideas all the time?
Yeah, I mean, they always have, and it's actually gotten a little easier now with things like Facebook and Twitter, and we have a much more direct line to our customer base. So some of the ideas are mine, fewer and fewer these days, since I'm busier. Some come directly out of the creative office, some we hear at parties over a few cocktails, and then a lot of them actually come from customers.
There's a little guitar in your background. I learned this, Tim, and I didn't know this when we first talked. We were talking about collaborating last year at the Austin Goes Classical Festival, and actually it was Master Pancake that came out and heckled the classic 1986 Ralph Macchio movie Crossroads for over 1,000 people until 2 in the morning on the Long Center City Terrace. But that's another story. But before we talked about all of that, I had no idea that there was some guitar in your background. It turns out that
very little. Yeah, I had an electric guitar in high school that I played a little bit. I was not very good. I was never in a band. All just in the room with a very small amp.
You don't have to be good to be in a band, you know.
I know.
Okay, all right.
But then in college, I took 2 semesters of classical guitar and really loved it. I mean, I had a classical guitar for many years, but I used to go to a lot of classical guitar concerts that were put on by the Houston Classical Guitar Society, and it was when I found out about your organization that it sort of rekindled the interest, and I started, I remembered all the concerts that I loved back in Houston, and started digging into what you had to offer.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad that it did, and it's amazing to see you at the concerts and to get to talk guitar with you, and really remarkable to have your support and to have your team working with us to put together these projects. At Austin Pictures, we're going to have previews leading up to the actual show. The show begins at 8 o'clock. So starting at around 7:30, we're going to have images of the community artwork that has been developed. We're going to have opportunities to see the 11 images that the distinguished young student visual artists have painted, and many other things as we're getting ready to see this show that's going to swirl together art, music, and film. But I can't think of a better partner to help us put it all together.
Anytime. We love what you guys do, so we're honored to be a part of it.
Thank you.